Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Eat, Smoke, Drink. And thank you very much for joining me this afternoon. Today I have the privilege of reviewing it's an awesome bottle. Okay, it's an awesome bottle. As you can see from a whiskey tasting, it's already finished. So I'm just going to try and take the last drops in there. There you go. So what I'm reviewing today is an Adelphi bottling of Benrinnes 33-year-old, cask number 2032. This is a 57.3% bottling of Benrinnes 33-year-old. That's 33 years old. Wow, that's old as shit. So Benrinnes is owned by John Dewars and Sons, and what I like about them, actually, I'll be completely frank with you. When I drink whiskey, what I do is when I start to go to different distilleries that I don't know, I will go and attack it in a vertical, because I find that if you try so many different things, you get confused. So this was the first Benrinnes I've tried. I've got 2 more bottles at home of younger Benrinnes whiskies, which you will see in my reviews, but this is actually, I don't know if it's a good idea for me starting at a 33-year-old, Adelphi at that, but they still use worm tubs in their distilling process. Worm tubs is a slightly more old-fashioned, rudimentary, and very uncommon use of in the distilling process. Basically, in a nutshell, they let heavier elements and heavier flavors through, as opposed to the more common distilling methods. This is a sherry cask, as you can see by the color. Okay. Anyway, it's a sherry cask, so it's a very dark colored whiskey, and yeah, so it's a real privilege to try something that old, let alone Adelphi. If you haven't seen my other Adelphi reviews, Adelphi's an independent bottler, just to give you a little insight to it. Adelphi, I would probably say, is one of my top independent bottlers, top 4, definitely. Their style, what I found, their style is uber refined whiskey. When it comes to independent bottling, uber refined, not much roughs around the edges, not like Signatory Vintage where they have a bit of sulfur, a bit of funk. They don't always have that. They generally gravitate towards a more refined form of whiskey. But in saying that, when you go for single barrels, you're not going to get something that you blend into perfection. You're going to get that barrel's character 100%. That's all you're going to get. So look, as usual, we have the water and no water. Let's get nosing. Exciting. I've had this once before, and I'm excited to revisit it again. I'm getting cinnamon, honey. I'm getting a minerally rust, a slight metallic nose. I'm getting raisin. That could be from the sherry influence. Vanilla. A slight salinity as well. Oh, this the nose is full on. The nose is full on. It's a solid smell. I'm getting a leaf litter perfume. Slight earthiness, but very heavy on the metal. Very heavy on the metal. Let's try the one with water. Okay. With the water, the metallic notes actually subside a little bit. I'm getting more of the fruit, Christmas cake. I'm getting more of a tannin smell, a little bit of like a tea, a cold tea. I don't know if you if you drink tea, but sometimes I drink black tea and I want it a little bit stronger than usual, so I'll put 2 bags in there. And when you put 2 bags in a cup of tea, you always get that tannin, and I'm getting that. With water, I'm getting a little bit of I can't explain it, like a savory smell, but a savory with cinnamon smell. I'm getting tobacco leaf. Very nice. I'm getting tobacco leaf, a bit of raw cacao. Oh, I'm taking my time with nosing it. I'm sorry if I'm taking my time with nosing it, but with something like this, it's something you're really going to appreciate, you know? It's 33 years. And I think, funny enough, is the more I nose it, the more different things I get. So nose-wise, I wouldn't say there's a preference with the nose. I mean, I'm getting a little bit less mineral and metal in this one, but it's still very similar in the theme. I wouldn't say it's waxy, but it does smell a little bit oily. Let's taste. Oh, wow. Oh, that is melted brown sugar. You know when you put brown sugar in a pan and it's boiling and it's just before it's caramelizing. Like a molasses. I'm getting a molasses, I'm getting fudge, buttery. It's not oily, but it's more buttery. You know, that richness. That is a heavy, heavy dram. That is big. Woo! Oh, that is delicious. I'm getting that black tea tannin in the mid to end palate. And then sweetness, followed by a sweetness. It's delicious. It's like liquid raisin with a bit of molasses, almost right in the end, almost reminiscent of a rum note. You know, that molassesy rum note. But the brown sugar is definitely the best way to describe it. I'm getting nutmeg. I'm getting cinnamon. I'm not getting much of a taste of that metallic taste, but it is quite minerally. I don't know how to describe it. It is a little bit minerally, and the butteriness kind of translates to become almost a bit like a light salami. You know, a salami that's not too peppery, a cured meat. Actually, no, I'm wrong. Like a prosciutto. Like a prosciutto, something not as heavy and peppery, a prosciutto. It's a little bit meaty, a little bit fatty, but still quite sweet. Absolutely delicious. Oh, what a treat. Let's try it with the water and see. Wow. With water, it changes so much. Sweetness comes through. It becomes a little drier. The brown sugar becomes more of a caramel and a fudge. It's got a little creamy character to it, and that's really strange. It's got a creamy character to it. What a treat. Wow, that is an outstanding whiskey. It is so heavy. I'm actually going to put more water in it. I've got a feeling that can take more water. But the complexity is just through the roof. In fact, it's so the complexity and character is so big that I'm just kind of struggling to process what I'm tasting. But all I know is that I love it, but the processing of the taste is just so kind of overwhelming for me, to be completely frank. I mean, there's just so much going on there. Oh, wow. What a treat. I can, oh, wow. Look, adding more water really does open it up. It is, from the second stage of adding water, you're just getting more and more of that, less alcohol flavor and more of that character. But in saying that, I don't think it does much more. I think just a few drops is enough because you get a good balance of alcohol and the flavor coming through. I mean, it is a mouthful. It's like biting into a ham sandwich, a prosciutto sandwich. There's a weird perfume in the end of it now. I've added lots of water. It's like rose water. This is what I love about these kind of whiskies. I mean, these kind of whiskies, what I love about them is it's not every day you encounter a whiskey that will give you that kind of progression. Every sip gives you something new. It's a gift that keeps on giving. You add more water, something new, and it doesn't screw it up. It actually improves it, or at least gives you an extra peripheral experience to the original no water. I mean, at 57.3%, that is a beast. And I would say start with no water, a few drops, keep going, and then a few more drops right in the end. So you progress it every time. I'm not going to take sides with water or no water in this one. Both of them are equally good, and that's why I think progress through it. I mean, this is an exceptional whiskey. It's the first Benrinnes I've ever tried, and it might have ruined my life because, you know, it is absolutely exceptional, but we'll see. In terms of cigar pairing with this will kick the ass of most cigars because it is robust, it is mouthful, it is chewy, but because it's a 33-year-old, I would say, hey, have it with something luxurious. Or a good Arturo Fuente Anejo will also be quite good with this as well. An undercrown triple Maduro or an undercrown sun-grown even would be quite good with this one. It's just such a versatile whiskey to pair with cigars. Peppery, maybe you could get away with peppery because it has that sweetness element and that meaty element. You'd get away with peppery, but I'd say don't go with peppery, complement it instead of going against it. So go with a Maduro, triple Maduro, that'll be your best bet. Would I buy this bottle again? Yes, I would probably invade a small nation for one. A small poorly armed nation, you know, the ones that can't really fight. I'd probably invade a small nation for one because it is friggin' amazing. This bottle will go for about 250 to 300 US dollars as a minimum. I'd say 300 because Adelphi's in the US are quite a lot more expensive than my home country. So I'd say probably a 300 US dollar bottle. It is absolutely worthwhile, absolutely amazing experience. I would say if you can't afford it, bottle split it with people because, you know, at least you get to experience the goodness of it. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, I mean, I would probably commit crimes against humanity for one of these. Thank you very much for joining me today, and I'll see you again next time. Please hit subscribe, hit the bell, so you can see my next episodes. And if you have any questions about it, please let me know. Ask away, I'm happy to answer it. If you've tried any other good Benrinnes bottlings, let me know as well. I'll probably go and buy it because I've now decided this is my new obsession. It's now my new obsession like the Beer Rathon. Thank you very much.